Right.
Shalom, we're the real Hebrew Israelites coming out here to prophesy the downfall of America. Before we begin, we want to give our praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom and salutations to the brothers out there laboring in this work as well. You know, so yeah, it takes you need spiritual eyes, you know, to recognize that this is the truth. You see, and those eyes can only be unlocked by Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, you know, by the Lord.
Wait a minute, bro. Black is not a nationality. Okay, black is just a color. It's not a nationality. And then when you ask him again,
you know, because you can see, you can look at this truth, and it could be nothing to you. You know, but it's actually a jewel, right?
Okay, when America's a corporation.
2 Corinthians 2.
You see, but Jake, they don't think, man.
It says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things. But yet he himself is judge of no man.
That this man has committed all this wickedness.
This is 1 Corinthians 2. In verse 14 it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for they are foolishness unto him.
Right, because this looks foolish to the carnal eyes, man. You know? Go on.
It says, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
Right, spiritually discerned, you know, spiritually blocked.
You know, the scriptures say,
see, because this is actually what the Lord is doing, you know. This preaching it seemed foolish, but the Lord said what? Through the foolishness of preaching, that He's going to save those that believe, you know.
That was pretty much
Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
That's right. You also need faith to believe that this is the truth, man. You know.
Back to 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 15, it says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct us? But we have the mind of a Mashiach.
And then once they pretty much chopped each other down.
This is the book of Revelation 3 and verse 9. Verse 9 says, Revelation 3 and verse 18, it says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see.
Right, and that anointment of eye salve is a special oil. You know, but spiritually, when you take a look at that, it's for you to be able to see things, man, in the spirit. Like that, oh, like this is the truth, you know?
Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. So it's only revealed to a certain few the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, you know, and that's beginning with the elect, man. They're given those mysteries. They're given that eyesight to see that this is the truth, man. But to the carnal mind, you know, they're spiritually discerned. They'll just mock and scoff the truth, you know.
Known to not receive any mercy from the Most High.
Revelation 3 and verse 7, it says, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things said he that is holy, and he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth.
Right, and he that has the key of David is Yahushai. You know, and he can open your mind or shut it to acknowledge that this is the truth, man. You know?
This is the book of Matthew 13, and verse 44. It says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth it, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it.
Right. And now everybody can see that it's a pearl. You know, only the elect, man, they can see that that's a pearl. That's a precious gift. You know, that's a jewel. And then what? They go on.
It says, but it says,
don't go into the
Isaiah 6 and 9, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Right. And these are spiritual eyes, man. You know, and spiritual hearing. It's not your carnal hearing and your carnal eyes, man. You know?
Okay, the Bible totally rejects
Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for. For the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right. And what is Israel seeking ultimately, man? They're seeking rest and comfort. You know? But not everybody can receive or receive that rest and comfort. You know? Only the elect, man. You know?
it comes from the Holy Spirit, right? You know, which gives you wisdom. Now, that wisdom, right, the Holy Spirit, they come from the throne of Yahweh Shai. So they're pure. You understand what I'm saying? Man is impure. The scriptures speak about they worship things that are made unto the
that was a common concept.
corruptible men. Man created it, it's corruptible, right? Basically,
So
you know,
it's pretty simple to
if
understand.
it's on the earth, it's corruptible.
It's talking about
Right?
Israelites
But
because if not,
when it came from the throne, that's the thing that's pure.
and the Lord said He's not
See,
the
the
author
scriptures say how
of.
the Lord
He said that He is a power that He
wisdom is
cannot.
purified 7
Okay,
times.
that's just Jake being stubborn
This is
because
the book
hey,
of
they
Psalms,
white man that can say it.
chapter 12, and verse 6. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Read that again.
Isaiah
Book of
13,
Psalms
15
12 and
says that
6.
everyone
The
that is
words of
found
Yahweh
rushed through.
are pure
Everyone
words,
that is joined
as
to
silver
the
tried in the
first
furnace of
right.
earth,
All you
purified
Jakes,
7
man, that's
times. Right, so
same
man's
fight.
words can be something that comes from
And
your
that
own
you're
heart,
gonna be
can
destroyed.
be not purified.
Be
Something that
like-minded.
comes from
Isaiah
the Holy
33,
Spirit,
it says,
that's
therefore
pure.
should the strength of Pharaoh
You
be
understand what I'm
ashamed
saying?
and trust to shut up Egypt.
Okay, so this is why
Right.
the best thing to do
Isaiah
is
14:22, for I will rise up
right?
against them,
Always
saying,
keep,
the Lord
always
is
keep
loose.
your
And cut
meditation
them off
upon
from
His
Babylon,
knowledge,
the name, the
wisdom.
remnant, and the
Brother,
sign
get
of
that
the
charge
heaven,
up.
says the Lord. But see,
Right?
nigga get dumb
Always gonna
when it don't
keep
say
your mind upon
white
the
man.
meditation of His truth.
And Jake
You know,
got
that's what the
you know, that's the
scriptures
reason
say.
man,
A lot of the songs says, I will
and they don't say
meditate
white
upon
man,
that
bro.
precepts.
You ain't gotta say white man.
Right? Because anything outside of that
Okay,
is
it don't
really
say in the
corruptible,
scriptures
man.
that
That's where that
Israelite is the black man.
lust comes in. That's where vanity comes in.
And they are a color race. In the prophecies, in the
This is
curses,
the book
that's
of
how you know
James
it's
1
talking about
and
us.
17. Every good
Don't
gift
say in the
and
Bible
every
that
perfect gift is
so-called
from
Jesus
above.
is a black
It's a
man, but
perfect
it
gift.
tells you that he was a man of color.
See, man give you a gift here, it's
So
still
it's just common
corruptible.
sense,
Man.
right?
Gifts you come from
You
the
know?
heavens,
But anyway,
those are
brothers,
perfect.
man, I gotta,
Those are the gifts that really give you. You understand what I'm saying?
come back
Go
with
ahead.
another lesson, giving out praises and glory.
And
honor,
coming down from the Father of lights, with
Lord's
whom is
waiting
no
with that in mind to the
variableness,
next lesson.
neither shadow of turning. What verse is that? James 1 and 17. Matter of fact, give that in the NLT. See what it says. You got NIV there?
Is okay?
What was it? Another precept? Well, read in the NLT first and let's go. You got it? What was it?
1 and 17.
Right. Okay. This is the book of James 1 and verse 17 in the NLT. The water, bro. It says, whatever is good and perfect comes down to us from Yahweh our Father, who created. Read it again, bro. Yeah. James 1 and verse 17 NLT. It says, whatever is good and perfect comes down to us from Yahweh our Father, who created all the lights and the heavens. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. Right. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. Right. It says he chose to give birth to us by giving us his true word, and we out of all creation become his prized possessions. Right. So that's it. So you get his prized possessions through the gift that he gave you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can't boast on nothing, man. It's like, the reason why you even loved is because he chose you to get that gift. You understand? The scriptures say that the Heavenly Father loveth none except him that dwelleth with wisdom.
That's right.
Right? So when Yahweh Shai came on the earth, he didn't come boasting about himself and what he could do. I'm a great carpenter. I can make this with my hands. That's not what he was boasting in. Like, he was boasting of the living water first and foremost, man. You know, and the things that was given, the miracles that he was able to do through his father, right? So that shows you right here where the things that are most, the best gifts come from.
If I may add too, because in Jeremiah 9:24 it says, if you're to glory in anything, glory in the fact that you understand and know Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And a part of knowing and understanding him is what? Acknowledging that you got that wisdom that you have from him. You know? Even in the Apocrypha it says it is also a form of wisdom for you to know who it came from.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. That's right. Zabak, read this first.
Wisdom of Solomon 9:4. Give me wisdom that sitteth by thy throne, and reject me not from among thy children. Verse 9. And wisdom was with thee, which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world, and knew what was acceptable in thy sight, and right in thy
Wisdom knew what was
commandments.
acceptable in thy sight. That's what wisdom is all about. Walking and doing the things that is acceptable in the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai's sight. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same thing that's acceptable in Yahweh Shai's sight is the same thing that's acceptable in Yahweh's sight. You understand? And once you do that, that's when you get the benefits. That's when you get the blessings. That's when you get the guidance. You know? I was reading Psalms 119, and that's a heavy Psalms, man. I love all of the little parts of that Psalms, man. All of it. I went through the whole thing. Okay? And a lot of things that we're asking for is to guide me with thy words, guide me with your commandments. You know? So that I'm not ashamed, so I'm not reproached by our enemies, man. We've got a lot of enemies out here, man. See, but when you follow Yahweh Yahweh Shai, you do it right, He's going to allow you to triumph over the enemy. See what I'm saying? He's going to bring them to shame. They don't trust in Him. They don't trust in Yahweh Yahweh Shai. They don't know Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, man.
O send her out of thy holy heavens, and from the throne of thy glory, that being present, she may labor with me, that I may know what is pleasing unto thee. For she knoweth and understandeth all things, and she shall lead me soberly in my doings, and preserve me in her power. So shall my works be acceptable, and then shall I judge thy people righteously, and be worthy to sit in my father's seat.
Right. What's that? King Solomon, who was saying that. Right? He was asking for that because he understood that everything that you can get is accomplished from that wisdom. You know? That understanding. Right? That comes from the throne, man. That pure wisdom. More?
For what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? Verse 17. And thy counsel who can know, except thou give wisdom and send thy Holy Spirit from above.
That's it. That's it. Read that, Proverbs 8. See, because when brothers be speaking about Proverbs 8, they speak like this. That's not speaking about King Solomon being Yahweh Shai. That's speaking about wisdom. You know? Brothers just break it down like it's speaking about King Solomon saying he's Yahweh Shai. He was with his Heavenly Father. That's speaking about wisdom. Proverbs 8 chapter. Okay? Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 8:1. Does not wisdom cry, and understanding puts forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O
But that's what we're doing. Right? We're the ones calling at the gates, because that's through the prophets.
Right.
They were always in at the coming of the gates. Okay? Go ahead.
Unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
Right. Listen, the prophets were always in places where everyone passed through.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They went through the highways and the byways, right? Because I used to teach that the highways and the byways, you got to be in the most populated places, but really the byways mean places that are less populated, like an alleyway or something. You understand what I'm saying? So I was really going off of that. It's really both. You understand? Because there's going to be certain brothers, their spirits going to be in a certain region, and certain brothers, their spirits going to be in another region. You understand? Where they'll catch certain brothers, certain people that need to be caught. Right. In the spirit. Okay?
Verse 4, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
Right, because what are we teaching to our people right now? We're teaching wisdom. Okay, we're teaching them the understanding. Right? But the only way they can get the understanding and for it to receive it is going to be from the Heavenly Father has to open their mouth, open their mind and send it into them.
Right.
You understand? We could give them the word, we could start to open them up, but they can only open up if Yahweh Shemel wants them to be open. Right. Certain people can't be opened up. Right?
It says, Apollos water, Apollo 200, roughly paraphrasing, but Yahweh shall give the increase. That's it.
Right?
Back in Proverbs 8 and verse 5, O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools be of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them.
Well, what does it say about the elect? That no guile shall be found in their mouth. So when you have wisdom, you shun to speak wickedness. You shun to speak things that are not right. And really that's an offense to the world, right? Because what the world is doing, they're doing things that are not right. So when we speak against those things, right, it seems like wickedness to them. Because now the light is being shined on. Right?
It's the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 19, and this is the condemnation. John 3 and 19, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
That's why they hate the truth, because you have to speak, when you have the Holy Spirit, and you have to speak right things.
Right.
Right? So those right things will vex the people that are doing the wrong things, because it's in opposition. You understand? Go ahead. Matter of fact, give me that, they hated the light. So that's the one? Okay.
Everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest their deeds should be reproved.
Right.
But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Yahweh.
No, they hated the light of their deeds. You know what I'm talking about?
It's verse 18. Verse 19.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
That's why they hate the light, because their deeds are evil. The light represents what? The truth. That all comes from the throne, man. Okay? And their deeds are evil, man. Because they're of this world.
Right.
They're fleshly.
Right.
All right? You understand?
1 Corinthians 2 and verse 6, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect,
Right.
yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world.
So the ones that are perfect are those that the Heavenly Father opened their mind that could receive wisdom. Not everyone could receive the wisdom. Right? Just like in the time of Ezra, he said, listen, give this to those, this particular part to those of the wise amongst you.
That's right.
That could be able to receive it. Because everyone couldn't receive what was there in that part. They might have came up with some mad doctrines. You see? Go ahead.
It says, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory.
That's right. That's right.
Ephesians 4:17. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of of the Most High, through the ignorance that is in them.
So that's speaking about which Gentiles? That's speaking about the Gentiles that the Israelite foreigners, okay, that were able to come back, because those are the only type of Gentiles that ever come back, are Israelites that fell away. Just like the Israelites today, our people are living like heathen, man.
Right.
If we went back to the ancient world, our people looked at our people, like, what the fuck is this? Huh? Who the fuck is this? What kind of Canaanite? What Canaanite tribe is this, man? You understand what I'm saying? They'll never exhibit.
Right.
Right? What's going on with our people, man? Right? You see? Jake walking with their pants sagging, dreadlocks in their hair. You
Put to
understand?
death.
Where's your garment at?
Well, put to death, eh?
Right? Committing adultery, smoking weed. Right? So they're going to be looking at you as a heathen, man.
Yeah.
As a complete degenerate, man. Go ahead, man.
Having their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High,
Right.
through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart,
Tell me that's not the spirit of Yahweh. Go ahead.
who being past So like who being past feeling, having given themselves over to lasciviousness to work up,
What's lasciviousness? That's unbridled lust, and that's what this Edomite society pushes. Okay, just do it. You know, obey your thirst. It's about just fulfilling whatever the flesh wants. You know, it's not pushing the bridle into the flesh. It's pushing the uncontrollable lust of the flesh. Right?
Yes, sir.
You see, and then you can't say that to nobody that's doing wickedness, right? You see, as long as they're not hurting nobody.
Yeah.
But it's going to eventually hurt somebody. Because guess what? Wickedness spreads. It becomes worse. It doesn't stay the same. It doesn't stay the same, man. Right? It goes from, okay, now they're dealing with man on man now, right? But then now they're dealing with children. Now they're trying to indoctrinate your children. Now they're giving hormones to your children, and they're writing in the legislation where you have to give them hormones if they feel a certain way. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're children. But that's just the beginning of wickedness. And there's more to come if you continue in that path, right? That's why Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to cut it short. That's right. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to cut it short. Okay?
There's a big one.
Oh, Salah.
To work all uncleanness with greediness, but ye have not so learned Hamashaya.
Yeah, greetings. And that's why, brothers, we're supposed to be moving the opposite way, man. Right? We gotta bridle our lust. We gotta abstain. Okay? We're different, man. We're supposed to be moving different. How are we gonna be separate? The scripture said, be ye separate, be ye holy, man. Right? How are we gonna be different from these people if we don't abstain, man? From certain things that they're dealing with. We're just falling into it and we can't abstain. You know? Nah, bro, we gotta fight because we understand the Holy Spirit, man. We gotta move in a particular mindset, man. Of the elect. Go ahead.
But ye have not so learned Hamashiach. And so be that ye have heard him, ye have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushai. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust.
Brothers complaining about, shit, man. It's been a year I ain't had no woman. 5 months I ain't had no woman. Well, Yahushai been 33 years, man. See what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And you don't think he had those desires? He was a man in the flesh. What are you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Satan was trying to work through that way too. That's one of the main ways Satan likes to come through, man. You see? So, what? And on top of everything else that he was doing. But guess what? He still bridled the flesh. He still abstained, man. Right? And we're of the same blood. Right?
That's right.
We're not as great as Yahushua, but we're of the same blood. We're Israelites, man. Okay? Plus the scripture, plus everything that we do, we're going to do it through Yahushua. Scripture said through Yahushua, I can do anything, man. You telling me you can't do something like that? Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore putting away lying.
True separateness, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Wherefore putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Be ye angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil.
Meaning you gotta get over it, man. Whatever things you're angry about, you gotta get over that, man, as fast as possible. You understand? Because wrath, when the scriptures say wrath is not created from that. You understand? So you gotta control that, man. You know? Let's put it in the hands of Yahweh Shai. Let's put it in the hands of Yahweh Shai when it comes to those things, man. For the world, man. Sit on that.
One more, verse 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that ye may minister grace unto the hearers.
Right. Does someone have?
2 Corinthians 6 and verse 17. Wherefore come out among them and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Right. Don't touch the unclean thing, man. You know, these philosophies, of this world, man. Different things in this world that's wicked. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Matthew 18 and 9. And if thy eyes offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It's
Me
better.
personally, I'm not finna go to no Christmas party at this point in my life, bro. I'm not finna. I just don't interest me. See what I'm saying? Personally, you know that? I'm not gonna go to no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna avoid these people, bro. Go ahead, bro. Personally.
Matthew 18:9. And if thy eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It's better for thee to enter into life with one eye, rather than having two eyes to be cast into hell fire.
That's it. Okay? Oh, probably say, okay, hold on. Let's get to the
Second Ezra 2:35. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. Or receive the gift.
Yeah, well, what's his name? Howard Shot. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta profess the name too. Okay, not Jesus Christ. No, it's Howard Shot, man.
That's right.
That doesn't even have no power in it, man. Okay? There's no power in the name Jesus. There's no power in the name Yeshua. That's not the name, man. Okay? The name is Yahweh Shai, right? First of all, the form of Hebrew that those Amalekites speak is weak. So weak, and there's no power. Yehudi. I'm from the tribe of Yehudi. What tribe are you from? Levi. It's gay, man. It's like a homosexual language, man. It's serious, man. It's fucking weird. Brother, that's why a lot of them are moles, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I think like if I wanted to do it, my personal belief is that the per capita, per percentage, I believe those are the most moles, man. It's the Amalekites, man.
They have the biggest parade in
Yep.
Tel Aviv.
Right.
And I've met a lot of mole Amalekites, man. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that had led you to the heavenly kingdom. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received glorious garments of the Lord.
That's right.
Salaki, go ahead. You had something? Oh no, Salaki, you read yours, right?
Yes. Go on.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Back to Proverbs.
Okay, back to Proverbs 8 and verse 6. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness, there is nothing forward or perverse in them.
Right.
They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge.
Right.
Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
That's right.
I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge.
That's what delivers you, man. There's a scripture that says you cannot, the silver shall not deliver them. You know, you can't be delivered by your riches, man.
Right.
Okay? The only thing that can deliver you is that wisdom. Right? Yeah. Because what? Yahweh Shai has respect for you. Go ahead.
It also says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Right. The Lord is his treasure.
Yeah. And like even when it speaks about the money being defensive, the next line is wisdom. Right. Yeah, you can get after that. After you get that next verse again.
Okay, this is Proverbs 8 and verse.
What do you brothers get? 7.
Proverbs 8 and verse 9. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
Right. You might take my instruction and not silver, and knowledge instead of choice gold, man. All right. So choose the wisdom of Yahweh. That means don't sell out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? People will sell out because they think silver is gonna allow them to preserve life and you know, and be a defense to all situations. No. Wait till the situations you see that's getting ready to come, man.
Right.
Ain't no silver to deliver from
Right.
that, man.
That's right.
2024 is getting ready to be hot, man.
Yeah.
The spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Understand?
If I may add too, no amount of like, let's say, you know, you depend on your wealth, you know, to deliver you in a famine. You might stock up, you know, but that's gonna run out. You know, like in the time of Joseph, you know, they were prepared, but that famine still, it caught up to them. It caught up to Egypt. So that money's not gonna deliver you, man.
That's right.
You might just not make it to it. You might have 100 years of work in there. You might not make it to the damn thing.
Right.
People will come get hunted down.
That's right.
You might die right in front of the cabinet.
Right. You might not even make it home.
Right.
Like in that movie, Leave the World Behind, that house was not, they didn't make it home. They're probably trapped in the city.
That's right.
So they didn't get a chance to get to their bunker.
That's right.
So a situation like that, the Lord can set it up like that. Now you're done.
Right.
And
you get that little girl eating the Fruit Loops and all that. You gotta eat some Fruit Loops with you got certain brothers that will do that to get to that house. Fruit Loop spirit on it. Go ahead, man. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, for righteousness delivereth from death. Right. When I heard Jake tell me that he makes chocolate milk in the cereal bill, I said, Jake is a degenerate plant. Go ahead, man. Because, huh? That is wicked, bro. It's just like, come on, man. How much more? What more do you want? No, you get the man and now what more do you want? It's already good with the milk, bro. I'm gonna put chocolate milk in it. But you could get the cocoa ones, the ones that it turns the milk to chocolate. Huh?
That's what.
That's been there since I was a kid, though. Cocoa Puffs? Yeah. Since I was a kid. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It says, I'm just messing with you, brother. Go ahead, man. Proverbs 8:11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. But, read that again. All right. Verse 14. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. Right. So there's strength and understanding. Right. When you have the understanding, you have the confidence, man. Right. Like if you understand, if you know how to fight good, right? You go into that situation. It's your understanding of fight, not how strong the guy can be strong as hell. But if you have the understanding, you're really stronger than him. Right. Because you know what to do. Right. And that's your strength, man. Right. Okay, he's coming crazy. You kick the calves, the calf kicks. That's deadly. Right. This is Ecclesiastes 9 in verse 16. It says, "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." I'm going to jump to verse 18. It says, "Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good." Right. That's it. Go ahead. You got 7? 7. We got 7. Seven. Ecclesiastes 7. Oh yeah. Okay. Wisdom is a defense.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 12. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it."
Right, so it's not just a defense, right? It also gives life. You know what I'm saying? You understand? So it's showing you that it's better than you. Okay? But it's both a defense. Right? But guess what? The wisdom is stronger. All right? Okay, still in Proverbs 8. Okay, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 17. Now when I considered these things in myself and pondered them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality. And great pleasure is it to have her friendship, and in the works of her hands are infinite riches. And in the exercise of her conference with her, prudence, and talking with her a good report, I went about seeking how to take her to me.
That's it. Hey, see, so that's it. All right, so this wisdom comes with all those things. All right, so we got to desire the wisdom, but you can desire the wisdom through taking heed to the truth, right? And how about Shah will give it. Well, the scripture saying, when I knock
knock and someone lets him in, I will come in unto him and sup with him.
That's right.
Right? But how is he knocking? He's knocking through the prophets. Right? But he has to, but the catch is he has to put the spirit on you to open the door.
Right.
What was this? Yeah.
Verse 21. Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, except the Most High gave her me, and that was the point of wisdom also, to know whose gift she was. I prayed unto the Lord and besought him, and with my whole heart I said. Let's go to another chapter.
Right. That's something. This is Revelation 3, in verse 20. It says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me."
Proverbs 1 and verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That's why they're punished, man. Right? The scriptures speak about it, how to say, prove out what the law towards going, and then the fools are punished, right? Because they're not taking heed to the wisdom of what Yahweh Shai requires, man. You see that? That's the wisdom, that's the intelligence, right? And when you go into the word intelligence, it means what? It means to judge between, man. Judge between what? Right and wrong. You see? Oh, or didn't Moses say, "I bring before thee today life and death"? Man? He gave you an option, man. See? And the majority of Jay, what did they take? They took death. That's what led into the situations that we're in now. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Job 22 and verse 23. "If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up. Thou shalt put away iniquity far from thy tabernacles. Then shalt thou live gold as dust, and the gold of Ophir as the stones of the brooks. Yea, the Almighty shall be thy defense, and thou shalt have plenty of silver."
That's it. Okay? That all comes with wisdom anyway, man. To keep it. See, you could get money and then lose that tomorrow, man. Right? All these jakes that are actors and celebrities, man, a lot of them died broke, man. Okay? They die in the worst situation, the fame, because they done took that bargain, that they sold their soul. Okay? Because that's what you have to do to get to a certain level in those industries. And you have to sell your soul. Because the Edomites are running that industry. The wicked runs this world, man. And he runs all the industry, and they run all the industries, so they're all connected with the policies behind those industries, man. That's why, man, this is a situation I'm thinking about, man.
The girl?
Which girl?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh no, not Taraji P. But that shows you something. But I'm thinking about there's certain jakes. There's a jake I'm thinking about. He tried to do something, and he kind of. No, he said, "No, I'm not going to work with you. You guys are trying to rip me off." So we tried to go to another company, so another big name in that industry. And because that guy was connected to that guy, he told him, "No, don't deal with him." And that's how it works. They're all connected on the top. So if you don't deal with this, they say, "Nah, you can't let me rip you off." He's not going to allow you because we're all connected. In other words, you just got to get frauded by these devils, man. These Amalekites, man. That's how it operates, man. They're all connected, man, in wickedness. Oh, that's they conspire together, man.
Right.
I got something real quick. Okay, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 44. It says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail."
Who's that speaking about? Our enemies, man, namely the Edomites. Okay? You Jakes don't own no banks. You Israelites don't own no banks, man. It's the devil that owns the bank. It's the devil who's on the money. Whose face is on the money? It's the devil. Okay? Right? Go ahead.
Just as it says the curses, it says you will be the tail and not the head.
Right.
So you can't, even if you have success in this society, you still have to go to him regardless. And you'll never. And there's always a limit to how high you can go, and to get to that level, you have to do abominable things.
Right. You have to compromise your morals.
Yeah.
Right.
Us as Israelites, we know what we feel bad when we do wrong. Right. For the most part, Jake knows when they do wrong. Okay. Go ahead.
That's the spirit of Esau. You know, to compromise your morals. You have to be like, that's what it says in Hebrew. Matter of fact.
Yeah, and they'll test these people.
Yeah.
They'll start off with something small. When you go to the industry and say, okay, just, have this guy lean on you, Right?
Right.
They say, okay, he leans on it and they say, okay, you down with that? Yeah. Okay, well now have this man do this or do this with this man. And then before you know it, they're inviting you to a particular party.
Right.
Make them wear a
Right?
dress.
And they'll show you, wear this dress or whatever. Then they'll bring you to the party and they'll bring you to the next level of wickedness. To see how far you're willing to go to get that fame.
Right.
To see how far you're willing to go to get it. Right. Okay? But you had certain people that were not with it, certain of our people that said, no, we're not taking it. And you don't hear about them no more. They're like one-hit wonders, man. Right? Now they're independent artists, man. World star, you see?
This is Hebrews 12:16 in the LT. It says, make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau.
Right. And guess who runs the world? The Edomites. Esau.
Right.
This is why this earth is godless right now. It's immoral. Oh, you just had the Pope. He just finished saying that that he's going to allow the WEF to rewrite the Bible, right? To fact check the Bible, right? To take out what's incorrect. So that's the devil. Okay, so the Pope is the Satan himself. So you Latin tribes, you so-called Latinos, you're you're a zombified. You are under a spell, man. Because at least don't be a Catholic. Come on, bro. Right. To be a Catholic? Right. Are you serious? Yeah. I mean, Levi, that's why Levi said, I'm just going to deal with voodoo, man. Some of the Levites say, you know what, come on, man. You serious? We're doing the same thing. It's the same thing. It's all witchcraft, man. Okay? When I was in the world, I already knew that. I already knew he was the devil. You could just look at him and see what's right there.
It's not real.
Well, the one before, huh? Oh, man.
Real quick, I got the word immoral in the dictionary. It says, an immoral... It says an immoral person commits acts that violate society's moral norms.
But that's incorrect. That's incorrect. What it should say there is that it violates the Most High's moral laws, man. Read that in the etymology, man. Okay? That's what it should say. Society's moral laws is wickedness. Okay? Society's moral laws is gay parades. Yeah. Well, no, that's incorrect. Okay? That's new speak right there. Okay? Meaning when they change the meaning of certain words. That's what that is. Go ahead. Let me read that.
It says immoral in the online etymology. It says not consistent with moral law or standards. An ethical wrong from assimilated.
Now look up the word moral. Read what you got.
Isaiah 24 and verse 5, the earth is defiled unto the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance.
That's immoral, transgressing the laws of the Most High. Okay, go ahead.
Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. That's what being immoral is all about. Okay, the Most High said a man shouldn't wear that which pertaineth unto a woman. That's immoral. Why? That's all tied to idol worship and witchcraft. Right. You have to understand, this is why them other gods and false gods, they require them to do those type of things, right? Which is really just demons, making them do these things. But they attribute it to a name of a god. Okay? Which is contrary to the God of the Bible, man, which is the only power. Yahweh. Okay? Go ahead.
Moral, it says associated with or characterized by right behavior, also associated with or concerning conduct or moral principles.
Okay, read it again. Read that again. That little part. It
says also associated with or concerning conduct or moral principles.
That's the word moral in the etymology.
Yeah.
Okay. Morals, manners, morals, a word, uncertain origin.
Sirach 15 and 13.
Hold on, brother. Okay, look up ethics. A lot of wickedness in Go ahead, man. But what's the ethics say? No, it was just...
No. You can't do that.
No. Okay, but look. You can't look. Well, look up ethics and etymology. Look it up on Google. Ethics, because the morals tied to ethics. All right. But they said it's uncertain, so they don't really don't know what one. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Sirach 15 and 13. The Lord hated all abominations, and they that fear the Lord love it not. Verse
They
15.
that fear the Lord love it not.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptableness, to perform acceptable faithfulness, he hath sent fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thine hand unto whether thou wilt.
Yeah.
Before man is life and death, and whether him like it shall be given him. For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things. Verse 20, he had commanded no man to do wickedly, neither had he given any man license to sin.
Right. So that's it. So sin is where it goes into immoral. Okay, that's what it goes into. But what does it say, fam?
It says ethics in the regular Google. It says moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. Similar words. It says moral code, morality, principles.
Well, read that first part again.
It says moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity.
Right. So the moral principles are supposed to be found in the scriptures. Okay, that's where the moral principles are supposed to be. All right. So it tells you what's wrong and right. So when you go to Exodus 23, that's a good list of some moral principles to start off with. When Jake hears this truth. All right. Matter of fact, get Exodus 23, brother.
All right. Real quick. One of the similar word, ethnos, it says the characteristic spirit of a culture, era, or community as manifested in its beliefs and aspirations.
Read it again.
One of the similar words for ethics is ethos. It says the characteristic spirit of a culture.
Oh, ethnos, right? Oh, that's in the Greek. That's in the Greek. The word is one of the words in the Hebrew is ethnos, which means what? A particular nation. Okay, go ahead. That's where you get the word ethnicity from. Okay, go ahead.
It says the characteristic spirit of a culture.
Also, immoral, right? For us, right, would be what? To do things against our culture. Which once our culture was given to the Most High.
Right.
So when we do something that's immoral, it's against our ethnos, against our culture.
Right.
See? That you've created a new culture for yourself, right? Or black culture, like Latino culture. That's a new thing, right? Rastafarianism, that's a new thing, right? That's not from our original being, right? Our original being is to follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. Even before Moses, we were doing that with Adam. We were just walking in that way. That's how we're supposed to be, man. So anything outside of that is immoral, man.
That's right.
So good, we have to go to the word ethics. Go ahead, bro.
There's a precept that says, the Lord has made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
Woo!
Yep, that's it. All right, go ahead.
It says the characteristic spirit of a culture, era, or community as manifested in its beliefs and aspirations.
Yep, that's it. Man, what's our belief? We believe in Yahweh, one, the Son, Yahweh Shai. That's it. Right? What you got, bro?
This is in the Psalms.
Okay, you know what you got first.
Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5, it says, behold, Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5, it says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom.
That's our wisdom. So the Lord gave us our, He gave us our culture, man. Right. He gave us which is what? We're supposed to be that wisdom, right?
And your understanding in the sight of the nation, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Or this great ethnos is a wise and understanding people, man. Go ahead.
For what nation is there so great who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Right, because we have the Most High close to us. That's part of our culture, man. Okay? So when you do things that's contrary to the Most High, it separates. All right? So I can go ahead.
This is any brothers got scriptures on the comment? This is Psalms 50, verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? For that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth. Seeing thou hatest instruction."
Bro, it's telling the wicked. What are you doing to even trying to speak about my culture, man? Speak about the culture I gave to my people, man. Seeing you can't follow this culture. This is immoral to you.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? Always is immoral to Esau, man.
Go ahead. "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? For that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth.
Right.
Seeing thou hatest instruction,
Right.
and castest my words behind thee."
Right. Okay. You got something? Let me know. Yeah, I got it.
This is Proverbs 13 and 19. "The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil."
The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it's what?
It is abomination to fools to depart from evil.
Yeah, man. So to them, that's immoral to depart from evil, man. Okay? You can't tell Biden don't be a pedo, man.
No.
Right. To them, that's wickedness, man. They'll try to write legislation, to say you can't say certain things against people. You understand? Go ahead. What you got? You got something?
Yeah.
This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 15.
Yep.
"He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other man's.
Yep.
His ways are of another fashion.
Right.
We are esteemed
All ways are of another fashion. I mean, we're different. We move different, right? Than the earth. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, he abstained. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Now, fashion goes into a design, like a make. You know, your form, right? You go to fashion, it's like a form, right? Your formation is different, right? So the Lord formed us to be different than the other nations, right? So what's immoral to us is different than what's immoral to the other nations, and that's why when we got amongst the other nations, he said, don't follow their ways.
Right? That's why it says that. It also says that the Lord fashioned us onto a vessel of honor.
Yeah.
You know, we're fashioned as to be honored, to honor Yahweh Shemashai.
Yes.
But Esau is a vessel of dishonor.
Right.
You know?
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 12, "Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings."
Right. Oh, yeah, it's contrary. Right? Go ahead.
"He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us without offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgression of our education."
Right. Because their education is immorality. Right? And it might start off a particular way, but the more you let them get into their element, so to speak, it becomes more and more wicked. Hence what you have today. All right? Because now you're getting to the height of Esau's wickedness. So now they're teaching the children in the school to be alphabet people and all that, right? You understand? Because now he's going all out with wickedness, man. Oh man, there's a scripture that says now, damn. Anyways, it's in the power they had to do it, but there's another scripture I was thinking about though. You know, nothing that they imagine to do will be out of their power. I don't know if that's in Genesis. I think that's in Genesis, yeah, with the Tower of Babel, right? They try to come together now. Matter of fact, get that. When they built the Tower of Babel, when the Most High is about to break that up, okay? Get that. Get the quote that the Heavenly Father said. Because the Heavenly Father understood that when they get in their element and how they want to govern things in their spirit, it becomes wicked. It becomes extremely immoral compared to to us, which is immoral to the Most High. You found it? Yeah. Okay, bring it on out, Scott.
Then to the point, Genesis 11 and 5, "And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of man builded. And the Lord Yahweh said, Behold."
Now, go back to verses.
What like verse 3?
Genesis 11 and 3, "And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar."
Now you go into that slime. That's that oil. You know. Go ahead.
"And they said, Go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Right, that's the oil or the pitch. That's the slime is either pitch or oil is one of those. Oil is the slime or the pitch. Go ahead, read that again.
Now, verse 4, and they said, go to, and let us build us a city, and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole
So
earth.
they were trying to bring everyone as one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the New World Order back then, to bring everyone as one. Right? Go ahead. And
the
what
Lord-
does Nimrod's name mean? It means rebellion. Right? But this modern day Babylon, speaking of America, is known as double rebellion. When you read Jeremiah the 51st chapter, go ahead. Very bad. Double rebellion. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5, and the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do.
And now the Most High didn't want that. He didn't want the people to be one and to have all one language. Because the scripture said he separated the nations. So how can you think that in the land, when we get brought back into a land, that everyone's going to be there? And the Lord separated nations. He said that. That was tried in the time of the Tower of Babel. He said no. That's right. Because every nation has their own blessing and purpose in a particular area.
That's right.
Okay, we just have the top blessing.
Yeah.
That's all. You understand? But every nation's supposed to be in their own area, right?
So it says in Ezekiel 14 that all the kings shall rest in their own land.
And the scriptures also say every man and beast shall resort to his own kind. Right. So it's not gonna mix. You there and we're in a party and then a Moabite are there. No, whose servant is this? Is that what you said?
Yeah, whose man is this?
Oh, whose man? Whose servant is this?
You're right.
Right. That's out of order, man. Oh, well, that dream, right? Brothers be bringing up that dream every now and then. The Edomite, he was looking in, right, in his dream, and right, and he was in the kingdom, and he looked on the floor, it was gold, and he was barefooted. Okay? And he was looking at Jake, also all so-called black men in the kingdom, beards looking rough, you know, and glorious. They were looking at him like, yo, he thinks he's gonna get up in here. Yeah. So what are they talking about exactly? What are they talking about?
I mean, even during the time of Adam, there was a separation. Like, you know, in the Garden of Eden, only the Adamites were dwelling there, you know, the sons of God. You know, the other nations, they weren't among us. That's when Ezekiel said the other trees, they were jealous of Adam. You know, how that the Lord blessed them, you know, above measure compared to them.
I mean, also add, their separation is animals, you know? The scriptures tell us to consider the beast of the field. The lion is not going to, you know, post up with a hyena, you know?
Listen, if they come amongst us in that time, it's going to be as guardian.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
But
Guardian. Meaning what? Meaning what? It's going to be temporary. They're going to be there, you know, they're going to be visitors, man. They're going to have the same rights as Israelites and citizenship, man.
but our wives, we're gonna have to see them in their land.
No, come on.
No, it's just.
But you might have a concubine in that land too. Like, your wives are gonna be your wives. They can be there. They can live there.
Okay.
Because that's their under you.
Okay.
Of course, man. Well, I'm not getting on you, bro, but for sure. You think you'd have to travel to Dubai to I haven't seen her in a year. Be around, bro. If you want that one wife to be there, but if you want one wife to be that bitch, she's gonna be in that bitch. She won't get you too. She's not gonna commit no adultery. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? That's how it's gonna be. All right? Go ahead.
This is Sirach 33 and 10. And all manner from the ground
You think you got one on another planet if there's other planets.
and all manner from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had divided them and made their ways diverse.
Right, he made all the nations' ways diverse. That's saying, oh, we're all the same. We're the same. We're different. Okay, and really, we're above all the other nations.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lord made the Israelites better than the other nations. This is why we have a greater portion of talent, because that goes into the spirit that you have. See, you can have all the money in the world, but that's not your spirit.
That's
You
right.
can have the power, but that's not your spirit. See, your spirit really determines what level you're on. Right?
That's right.
So when you leave from this earthly tabernacle, it's only your spirit that you use. Right? And that's eternal. See, the spirit is eternal. Everyone's a spirit. Everyone's spirit is eternal. But everyone's spirit is not equal.
That's right.
The elect is the creme de la creme, man. In the spirit. See, on the earth, the elect is broke. The elect needs help to pay the rent. Right? That's the elect now. The elect is through. The elect is nervous.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to make their car payment, if this and that, whatever, these tickets are going to overwhelm them. That's what the elect situation, the elect is in. Right? But they're still above all these nations. They're still above all these people. Just like Yahushua, when he came, the scriptures say he made himself poor. No reputation. You think the Romans respected Yahushua? They didn't respect Yahushua. The Israelites didn't respect Yahushua. But that was he was the top. He's the top spirit ever created. Right? But in the flesh on the earth, he wasn't on the top. He was on the bottom.
That's right.
It's the same thing with us. It's the same thing with the elect. Okay? But in the spirit, we're above them. That's the difference.
Right. This is Matthew 7:3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Right. Ours is the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is for the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? You understand?
If I can say, pertaining to what you're saying, in the heavens, there's even order, order in the heavens, like you were saying. Because even when you go to the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, when Lazarus went up, to the spirit, or you may say, the rich man was on the same level as Lazarus.
Right.
He was afar off.
Right. It's a great gulf.
A great gulf fixed. So you can see that, in the heavens there's a particular order.
He couldn't even speak to Lazarus.
Yeah. So he had to tell the Most High, please tell somebody to tell Lazarus. Tell somebody. Yeah. Tell a servant to tell a servant. That's why Yahushua said, "Let thy will be done on heaven as it is on earth." Because ultimately, when the kingdom is established, the same order that's in the heavens is going to come here. When we have our going back to our, you may say, natural estate, having our right status.
Yeah, because in the kingdom, you're not just going to be, it's going to be complete order. Right? You got to go back to the two doors and how it was down at that time. You couldn't just walk up in the king court.
You
can't just walk up in any, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to be summoned.
Right.
You understand? You have to be on a particular level to reach to go certain places. Right. That's called order.
Right.
When order is there's peace. Right. Because everyone can't be allowed to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. And there has to be a separation between certain things, man. Go ahead, man.
Even if I may add too, it was so strict in the time of Xerxes that Esther was afraid to the point where she had to throw up a prayer. She had to fast, to even disobey the king. Because she had to be summoned. Right. And she just went up without being summoned.
Right. But the Lord was with her. Right. All right, because she had to accomplish that mission. Right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations.
So what did the Most High do? He divided them. In other words, he separated the nations. Right?
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Meaning he had us in mind first. He had his people in mind first. Showing you there's a difference. Okay, go ahead. That's it on that? Okay, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 8:13. Moreover, by means of her, I shall obtain immortality and leave behind me an everlasting memorial to them that come after. I shall set the people in order.
Right, and set the people in order. This is what's getting ready to come. When Yahushua comes back, when the Lord comes back, he's going to set the people in order. Didn't he say he's going to separate the sheep from the goats? He's going to make a separation, man. Okay, there's the chosen, and then there's the rest of the Israelites, and then there's everyone else.
That's right.
Okay, the other nations, and they're illegal. All right, go ahead.
I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subject unto me.
Right, the nations shall be subject unto Yahushua. That's right. But get Revelations 2 and 25.
That's right.
Get Revelations 2 and 25.
There.
Okay, read it out.
This is Revelation 2 and verse 25. It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
Right.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end,
So this is those that are of the elect, right? That keep the works until the end. Go ahead.
to him will I give power over the nations.
He will give him power over the nation. So it's showing you this is not about all the other nations. These are the Israelites of the elect that have power over the nations. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron,
Yep.
as the vessels of
What does that mean, ruling with a rod of iron? That means to rule them with, if you want, a tyranny. That's right. That's what it means, rigor, if you will. Because what? We're going to have to get them in order. They're going to have to learn the order of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because they're stuck in their ways. They're heathenistic ways.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
Right.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
See, that doesn't sound nice. As a vessel of, does that sound nice? Read that again.
It says, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
Right.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to
They're
shivers.
going to be broken. Meaning what? They're going to be broken down through what? Through hard rulership.
That's right.
Okay, you guys got to do this. You guys got to do that. All right. That's what's getting ready to come. Because now, right now, everything is upside down. Everything is mixed up. Right. You got the honorable. Matter of fact, let me see some of Eric that proceeded from the throne. You got those that are supposed to be in a servile position, ruling over the perfect, ruling over the princes, the ones that are supposed to be the princes. Right? So that's backwards. The Most High looks at that as something that's not right.
That's right.
Okay, but this is how the story had to play out first. Right? The princes were brought to the lowest levels amongst all the other nations. Matter of fact, hold Daniel's the 9th chapter as well. Okay, go ahead.
It says, even as I received of my father,
Right.
and I will give him the morning star.
Right? And I will give them more time, meaning what? The wisdom and understanding. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse of 5.
Yep.
It says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places.
Now the rich is the rich in spirit. Okay? Meaning the Israelites. Right? The Israelites are sitting in low place. Especially the elect. The Israelite people, they're in the lowest place, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But amongst our people, there's a chosen.
right.
And they're even more despised amongst the Israelites. Just like the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
Right? He was despised along with the disciples amongst the other Israelites. It's the same concept. But those were the greatest men, are the greatest men on the earth, the greatest spirits on the earth, starting with the Lord.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses.
I've seen servants on horses. What does the horse represent?
Power.
It represents power. Remember Django when Jamie Foxx was riding the horse? You had that cool, what's his name?
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson, but he was Stephen or Stephen.
I'm
whatever
that
that is.
nine.
He's like, see that nigga on that nine? Well, what is it? Why? Because that represents your a dignitary, being on a horse, right?
Even that statue in New York, you know, that Edomite that had both he was on a horse, and he had what, the Northern Kingdom and the Judah on each side, you know,
Right.
representing that he's in power and he's over these two nations, you know.
Right, that's exactly what it represented. It represented that because it was a so-called white man, so you could understand what the brother's trying to say. It was a so-called white man, and you had a Native American on one side, on the ground, and then you had the so-called black man on the other side, right? And what did that represent? It represented you were conquered by the enemy,
that's
that
right.
he's in the one in the power seat. You see, it's clear, right? But what we're saying is that that's not how it's supposed to be.
Right.
When it comes to the spirit.
That's right.
The Lord is going to reverse that when he comes back. He's going to put us on top, and the enemy is going to be under us.
That's right.
Okay? Lord,
I have seen servants upon horses and princes.
because he's the judge on high, right?
That's right.
What does it say? Order in the court. When you said that, remind me of order in the court, right? He's the one that's going to set it up in the right order. Go ahead.
That's right.
It says, this is Psalm 75 and 7, but Yahweh is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
So the Heavenly Father is the judge. He's the one that puts up a person and sets up and puts down another one.
right.
Okay? A nation or an individual.
Right.
Go ahead.
And just as it says, also it tells you that he had measured the times. Now the time goes into ages.
Yep.
So he knows exactly, okay, this is the time for this Gentile to rule, okay, this is the time for the next Gentile. So and then it says he will not stir up the times nor the seasons. So whenever it's time for this wicked kingdom to pass away, the kingdom of Yasharala is going to be established.
That's right. And the time is already written in the heavens when that's going to be. Right. We know it's close. We know it's very close. Okay, based upon the signs, based upon what was written, the prophecies. Go ahead. What else you got?
Ecclesiastes 10:7, it says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Now the princes is who? It's us, right? The Israelites. We're walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, on the lowest, on the totem pole right now.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, another one, this is Lamentations 5 and verse 16.
Right.
It says, the crown is fallen from our heads. Woe unto us that we have sinned.
Right. Woe unto us because we have. Why did the crown fall from our heads? Because we sinned against the Lord. That's why the crown fell. That's why the Lord punished us. Okay? There was a punishment for disobedience, and the Lord told us He would do it.
That's right.
He kept saying, listen, if you don't listen to what I'm telling you to do, when we came out of Egypt, He said, well, if you don't listen to this, I promise you're going to go into slavery under these nations.
That's right.
And you're going to be in a very bad position. You're going to try to get up, and ain't nothing going to work. And that's what's happening with you Israelites. Right? And you think, oh, we need to make black businesses and this and that. Who controls the money system?
Right.
That's right.
You think it's people just get to their position from hard work, dedication, the highest CEO of Walmart, he just got there from hard work? No, he was placed there by the people over here. What's his name? Jeff Bezos, they were set up from the beginning. Bill Gates, he was set up from the beginning. Mark Zuckerberg, these dudes were set up. You can't just get in those positions. See, Jake doesn't understand that. All right, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20.
Yep.
Therefore, the desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom.
Right.
If your delight be then in throne and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
The wisdom is what's going to bring us to the kingdom. And that's going to start with the chosen of our people. The rest of our people are not taking hold to this wisdom. They're casting this wisdom as nothing, as a filthy rag, right? But the elect is holding on to it as something precious. And they're going to be the ones who partake in that kingdom first.
That's right.
See how that works? And what's the wisdom? Following the ways that Yahweh Shai set up in place. Okay? Good.
Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, the kingdom is going to be translated from one people to another. What people? The Edomites, which are ruling right now, is going to be translated from them to us, the Israelites.
That's right.
But the difference between our kingdom and their kingdom, right, is our kingdom is going to be perpetual, forever and ever in righteousness.
That's right.
And the earth is going to flourish under our rulership, where we're going to be under Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
It's the book of Daniel 9 and 9. To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgiveness.
Right.
Though we have rebelled against them.
We rebelled against the Heavenly Father. What does the word rebel mean? It means to fight, back to war, okay, to war again. We warred against His ways.
Right.
See, we could go down the list from here to tomorrow about the ways that they warned against the Heavenly Father. All right, go ahead.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our power,
right,
to walk in His laws, which He said before us by His servants the prophets.
One of the first things you got to do when you're coming back to the Lord is know His name, Yahweh. Okay, and His Son's name Yahweh Shai. You can't be calling on Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, and think that the Most High is going to deliver you. That's not His name, and He gave that secret into His servants, the prophets, man.
That's right.
All right, but that's just the first piece. Just because you got the name don't mean you're going to be delivered. You got to do the things that are said.
Verse 11, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Right, so when we didn't obey what the Lord told us to do, what happened? The curse was poured upon us, man. Don't you Israelites know you're cursed, man, right now? But the blessing is coming, but it's going to come through the elect.
That's right.
Ones of you that are not coming to the wisdom and knowledge, you're going to have to get that punishment right along with the wicked. You see how that works? Go ahead.
It says here, therefore the curse is poured upon us.
And tell me you Jakes are not cursed, starting with the so-called blacks, the kingdom of Judah, man. Anywhere you go in the world, you're looked at with disdain, man. The fathers don't want you dealing with their daughters, right? But now they're warming up to us because now the natural order is being restored, right? So you got a lot of women that want to deal with us, so-called black. They only want the so-called black. I know women that don't Edomites and all that. They only deal with Jake. A lot of them, right? But still, you still have that disdain around the world because of what? That curse is still there. But the Lord is gonna reverse that. Okay? And put everything the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead.
So like just as it says the vile person shall no more be called liberal, and then the wicked will be revealed. So all that bad image that we're having, it's like the brother said, it's flipping back around to the right way, because again, Edom, he's the border of wickedness. He's the border of wickedness, as I said. He's the wicked, and people are starting to realize it.
Right, he's the one that's supposed to be hated.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
He's the vessel with dishonor, man. It's not us.
That's what he was created to be. Right? Go ahead.
Like in Daniel 9 and 11, it says, therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Let's get Exodus 23. Let's get Exodus 23, but get Deuteronomy 28. Very important. Deuteronomy 28, 15. Right?
Because we have sinned against him.
Right.
And he has confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the
hold on, was not the transatlantic slave trade a great evil? That was a great evil, man. You were packed up like sardines, right? Defecating on each other, right? They were killing some of you and then feeding you to the other Israelites on the boat, right? Separating families, you know, raping your women, raping the men, and the little boys. Listen, man, you don't understand, man. There's a lot of things we don't even know about the terrors that were going on at that time, right? But that was a great judgment for what? A people that kept being disobedient, man. It's not like the Lord didn't speak over and over to us, man. He told us already, man. If we did not listen to what he commanded us to do and to follow his law, statutes, and commandments, he would bring that upon us, man. Right? And he gave it in measure, right? Like we went through what? After the Egyptian went through what? Babylonians. Right? Which really that was after King Solomon directly, right? We went into the Babylonians. Okay, then we went into the before that there was other ones too. There was the Moabites. We went to other little captivities. See, the Moabite captivity, that was only 8 years. You see that? You see how it kept growing? It was only like 8 years that we were in slavery to the Moabites. Then we called on the Lord and he delivered us. And then we went through the Babylonians. Then we went through the Persians and the Medes. Then we went through the Greeks. Then we went through the Romans. That's when the Lord was born, in the time of the Romans. Then the Romans fell, and then the Israelites we were ruling in Europe for 1,000 years. And then Rome came back into power through Christopher Columbus. Then we came into the worst captivity, which was this one. And you know what the worst part of this captivity was? Is that he took his name from us. He took the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai from us. So we couldn't even call upon it.
And this Edom, he also studied the Bible in wickedness. And you realize throughout one thing that was always reoccurring was that after we got into captivity, we called upon the Lord and we were delivered.
Right.
So we understood that cycle. Yep. And now by taking away the name, we broke the cycle. Because now we don't know who to call to.
Right.
Okay? But again, through the Spirit of Yahweh, we have been awakened. Those dry bones have been awakened. Yeah. And now we're turning back to Him in the right name, in the right doctrine. And now we're calling upon Him for that deliverance.
That's right, brother. You got something?
Real quick, Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine
So we would discontinue from our heritage, meaning we would forget who we were. Okay? Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
So now what do you call yourself? Black, Haitian, Jamaican, all right? Trinidadian, African American, right? Latino, right? You understand what I'm saying? Dominican, right? You see? Jake is confused. Jake doesn't know who they are. Right. Because it's been taken from him, that heritage. Read that again.
It says, and thou even thyself.
Show me a nation called black in the Bible. Show me other nations that were created. A nation called black or Haitian or Jamaican. That doesn't exist. Right. That was set up, they called you that to confuse you. That's right. Because they knew when they came over and got you, they knew they were getting the Israelites. Right. That's right. They knew when they came to meet the Native Americans on that side, they knew they were meeting the Israelites. They knew they were meeting the Israelites. They understood that. He had a Hebrew Israelite translator, man. Christopher Columbus came with a Hebrew translator. Why is he coming with a Hebrew translator? If he's going to India, if he thought he was going to India, see? Go ahead.
Right, so like, can I add something? Absolutely. In the movie 1492, Christopher Columbus quotes the book of Ezra. Particularly the second Ezra, the 13th chapter, when it talks about how the northern kingdom came into the new land, the Americas.
That's right. That's right. He quoted that. You know, he quoted that because that was a key. But most of the people watching that didn't understand it. We understand. We know what they were talking about because we understand the truth. See, but they could say that out, and other people go, "Oh, this is talking about Ezra. What does this have to do with Native Americans? What does this have to do?" See, we know what it has to do.
To them, it's just another scene of a movie.
Right.
You know, they don't even pay attention to how important that is.
Yeah. It's very important.
If I may add too, James Adair, you know, he hit one of the books, you know, one of his books, it was going into how the Native Americans, they had a lot of customs that they upheld, which were similar to the Israelites. Right. You know, and also this an account, something he wrote was that the Native Americans, they called it on a name that was similar to Yahweh. It was pretty similar.
Yeah, Yahweh,
yeah. Something like that, you know?
In that book by Ronald Sanders, Promised Lands, it says that they called the Hero of Israel.
Yes, the Shemite word.
Hero of Israel, the Most High is one.
And then they said our brothers, the tribe of Joseph, is on that island. Which is telling you what? Those are the Ephraimites, man. Okay? So all that information Esau has, they have. The elites have that information. They just don't want that to go out. Because the awakening of the Israelites is the #1 threat for them.
That's right.
You got a question?
Yeah. I come from Africa.
Okay.
Southern Africa.
South Africa?
Southern Africa.
Okay.
So I want to ask something. Because our people grew up without religion, spiritual people.
Okay.
And some people worshipped ancestors and all that stuff. And their colonizers came and then religion became what it is today. So now our culture, our way of life has changed. We don't do our practices that we used to do. So where do you find us in the Bible? Are we part of
I would say the majority of those South Africans are Israelites as well. You got the whole West Africa, and then I would say the majority of the South Africans looking at them, I believe that they're Israelites. Okay, I believe the Bantu tribe is there certain of them that are from the Bantu. Bantu are Israelites. Bantu are Israelites. There we go. There's a brother that's Bantu. He's from Gabon. The West Africa predominantly is where the Israelites were, and the South Africa you had a lot of the Israelites there as well. Right? It was that whole strip. Okay, that's where they got the slaves from. They knew they were getting the Israelites, but not every of us was taken. Right? That's why we know that there's Israelite, the Igbo tribe. Right? They know they're Israelites. They know they go back. They have that ancestry.
Right.
The Ashanti.
Yep.
Right? But it's not just the Igbo and the Ashanti. It's not just the Bantu. You understand what I'm saying? It's been spread out. Now, how do we find out if somebody's an Israelite now or what they come from? Through their spirit. Okay? Through their spirit. I would say, looking at your spirit, I believe you're one of us. I believe you are an Israelite. Okay? Even though South Africa may not be on the sign, this is just a guideline. Right? Okay? This is a rough guideline. Our people are scattered. But looking at your spirit, being spiritual, I can see that you're one of us. So if you were to ask me where you fit in, I would say you need to turn to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, because this is our true heritage. Okay? The power of the heavens and the earth. All right? You have another question you want to add on to that? Or is there more to this question?
On the 12 tribes of 12 sons of Jacob, right? There's Ham, the one who looked at his father and gave land to his father.
Yeah. Yep.
There's Chris.
Yep.
Does that pick us Africans or because I've been in over there down south and they told me, I've had a conversation with a bunch of people and they told me, okay, you are sons of Ham.
Right. So this is the thing. It's the misconception. Matter of fact, get me that was my design of the Bible. Right. Now, you have a mix in Africa. There's multiple nations in Africa. Ham is the majority in Africa. Okay, like Ethiopians, those are Hamites from Kush. Okay, you know, a lot, you know, in different places, you got a lot of them Sudanese, different places that are majority Hamites. Okay, certain Congolese, certain of the Nigerians are mixed in with this Hamites amongst them as well. Right? There's a Ham is all throughout that landmass used to be known as the land of Ham. Our people went into that landmass and populated it as what? As exiles. I'm gonna show you that right now so you can understand, right? Go ahead.
This is the word Ham in the Zondervan dictionary.
And it's a great lie, I gotta say this is a great lie that these Edomites, the so-called one that try to push out, that all black people are from Ham. That's a great lie. Okay, because the Israelites themselves were dark-skinned people, man.
Right.
With afros and woolly hair.
Right.
When you look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs, okay, they got braids, they got dark skin, they got afros. Right? Go ahead.
It says Ham, the youngest son of Noah. It says born probably about 96 years before the flood. And of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races. Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. Okay, so there's a separation between the so-called black people, right, and who have this. See, when Esau trying to teach, if you're black, you come from Ham. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie to take us away from our heritage. Go ahead.
It says he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
Right, not the Egyptians that are there now. Those are Arabs that are put in that land in the time of the Greeks. We're talking about the real Egyptians, right? The Mizraim, which will be the Sudanese.
That's right.
Okay? That's who that is. All right? So they come from Ham. But there's a separation. And guess what? Ham and the so-called Negro look similar.
Right.
So right now, since we're mixed up, guess what? It's a mixture.
Right.
Right? So you would have certain people that you know that they might have grew up in the same town as you and your family that are actually Hamites. But then the other person that's 2 blocks down, that might be an Israelite.
Right.
It's all through the spirit. Right. See, we have a particular spirit. See that dance that they do in South Africa? The Israelites came up with that dance you guys do in South Africa. That music, was it Kompa? No, it's not Kompa. It's, what's the name of it, man? It's a popular South African dance that was trending. Something I don't remember, but it's trending in South Africa right now. It's a dance that they do. That's Israel. When you see those people dancing like that, that's an Israel. Those are Israelites. Right.
They have flavor.
They have flavor.
Exodus 11:7. But against any children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against men or beasts, that they may know that the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
See, now the Lord is saying, listen, I know that they might think you guys look similar, but I put in a difference between you Egyptians and you Israelites. Okay, Moses grew up in Pharaoh's house.
Right. Yeah.
Right. He was grew up in Pharaoh. They were. Oh, matter of fact, Paul was called an Egyptian.
Yeah.
They said, Paul, aren't thou that Egyptian? But was he an Egyptian? No. He was an Israelite. You understand? So it's through the spirit. Just because you come from a particular landmass, that doesn't make you of that particular majority of people. Okay? Like I said, I believe you're Israel. What? Say it again? I'm a piano. You're familiar with that.
Oh, okay. That's the music.
Right, that's music, right? So you know, the ones who came up with that, those are Israelites.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Real quick, this is Romans 8.
And the Afro beats, those are clearly Israelites. You know, Rema, Burna Boy, those are all Israelites that come out of the land of Africa. Go ahead.
This is Romans 8 and verse 16.
You didn't read the full thing about how they went into the land. It was persecution. Oh, no, it wasn't in that. Did that other book?
I got it.
Okay, you got the book? The part where they fled from 70 AD?
Yep.
Okay.
Wilderness?
Yes, read that.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Was it like Revelation 12?
No. I need the book.
Oh, the book.
The Babylon.
Okay, look for that book. Okay, read your precept, brother. Yeah, read your precept.
This is Romans 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of the Most High.
And that's how I know that you're one of us, because I can look at your spirit and say, okay, yeah, you got to be an Israelite. But there's other people that come up and say, am I an Israelite? I say, no, you're not. You're from, I believe you're this tribe. You're this nation. Okay? Because it's a spiritual connection that Israelites have with one another. Okay? The scriptures even say that a beast will go to its own kind, just like a man will go to his own liking. right? Someone who's like him. You understand? So you got these are certain things that you might not understand now, but as if you were to get more into the truth and the wisdom and understanding, you would understand where I'm coming from.
That's perfect.
Well,
This is Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 16.
well, I'll give you an example. This brother right here,
Right here, yeah.
he's from Sudan.
Yeah.
Okay?
South Sudan.
The majority of them people are Hamites with a capital Egyptians. Okay?
Why?
Those
Because
are dusty those are dusty Hamites with a capital H for the most part. But this brother here, this is a precious jewel of Israel. You understand what I'm saying? Based on his spirit. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 16. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
Man will cleave to his like. That's just in the spirit. That's why us and the Edomites, we can't get along. That's why that whole what do you call it? The integration was a fail. Okay, that was a fail. All right, you Israelites lost in that. Okay.
Let me add too, because even in high school, you see that man consorted to his like. Like yours, we have the example in elementary, there was like a mixture, you have friends of another nation. But when you go to high school, that's when really you gravitate towards your nation. That's why you will see a particular guy that will look like a so-called white man, but he hangs around all, so-called blacks.
Right.
Clearly, that's an Israelite.
Right.
You have certain groups in the cafeteria, lunch tables. The Moabite group, the Edomite group, the Jake group. And then you see that one looking Edomite just up in there, man. Vibing with Jake because he's a Jake or whatever nation.
It's all about the vibration, like the brother said. Like me, an example. I grew up amongst Hamites, but I didn't really gravitate to them. I didn't really find a bond or an attachment with them.
Right.
But the people that I found a bond with was majority what? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Right.
Every time I was around them, it was like, these are my guys, These are, it was spiritual. I see it now, but back then I didn't see it.
Completely spiritual.
And then, because in the Bible, when they say it's going to be like 144,000 fold, is that true or that's just like...
144,000 men.
Yeah,
Of the elect.
tribulation, and then after the tribulation is going to be people that are going to be elected.
Yes.
They say that
that's right.
it's going to be so tough that it's going to be people to see even the very elect, right?
Yep.
So does that mean that there's only going to be 144,000 out of the entire population?
No. It's going to be 144,000 in a great multitude, which is not numbered. So there's going to be a lot of, because the 144,000 is the government body men that are going to be the top of the top, the front of the front, right? The ones that are out here, being part of this ministry that we're in. This is who the 144,000 will be if we continue into the end. Lord willing, that number will continue into the end, right? Because the scriptures say, "Give me that, he that continueth unto the end." Give me that real quick. All right. So no, that will be the 144,000. Matter of fact. I just want to read the Timbuktu thing real quick though. Read that real quick before we go on that, and we're going to go on that.
Okay, I'm going to jump to the point, Revelation 7, just to tie it home for you. Go ahead. Revelation 7 and verse 4, it says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel." I'm going to jump down.
No. I want to get the other one first. You got it? Okay, Timbuktu. Okay, get that verse dealing with the flat out of in 70 AD out of Jerusalem. Okay? Because you have to understand that these words, man, these words were changed and they've been set. I'm an African. That means nothing. Okay? You got Arabic people say, I'm African. They'll tell you they're African as hard as they can, right? But there's a difference between the nations. Okay? There's different bloodlines. Okay? So now it's to the point where you got this, everyone, no one knows who they are.
Go ahead. This is from the book From Babylon to Timbuktu. It says, in 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jews' state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
1 million of the Israelites fled into Africa. Why would they flee to Africa? Because they look like them.
Sure.
Okay, and it's right next to Israel. Right? So they said, I'm going to go right into the interiors of Africa. Go ahead.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
And 1 million is not a little. That's easy to populate that to hundreds of millions. It's very easy. Okay? Because that's what happened in Egypt. Egypt.
Yo.
It was repopulated. That's what got the Egyptian pharaoh nervous.
When it was like 70, I think it was 70.
Yeah, when it was 70.
And then it just, down.
Go ahead.
It says it has been estimated that 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave market was full of black Jews slaves.
But what? Was full of what?
Black Jews slaves.
So that showed you how the Israelites looked. This is a historian. This is a historic book. Okay? But this is the things that they want to hide. Right? And even by that term, black, you're black. That doesn't exist. There's nobody that's black on the earth. Okay? There's nobody that's white on the earth. That doesn't exist. Okay? So there's nations there. Huh? Huh? They're pale. They're pale. They have really like a red, rosy undertone to them. Okay? And we have a brown skin, right? Light from a dark brown to a light brown, right? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
The Jews ultimately, every person that's walking on the earth has a biblical nationality. So the truth comes from the scriptures. You know, so when it says, I'm an Asian, I'm this and that, all those are nothing but terms that are set up to confuse.
Yes.
The truth is in the scriptures. Everyone's nationality returns back to the Father, which named all the nations.
Right.
All right. So it says here, many black Jews were established inland and along the coast of Angola, the Congo, and Gabon. It says the Jews were spread from the western extremity of Mauritania to India. Now, ancient Mauritania included part of the territory of the Atlantic Ocean, Morocco, and part of modern Algeria. It is certain that the Jews had migrated all across North Africa by the 2nd century.
So we went from the west, all the way down to the south too. We went down to the south and went up to the west. Okay? There's something else? Yeah, that's it. That's all good. So we got it. We got the point. Let's go to the Revelations.
Revelation 7.
Yep.
Revelation 7 and 4. It says here, and I heard the number of them that were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all tribes of the children of Israel.
Right.
Verse 9. And after this I beheld, and
so the
lo,
144,000 are all Israelites from the different tribes, right? You know that, right? Go ahead.
And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man can number.
Right. So after that, there was a great multitude, right? Which are also Israelites. Go ahead. But they're classified. Go ahead.
It's like how you know it's different apart from the elect, the 144,000, because those ones are numbered. You know, and that great multitude is not numbered.
Right.
So it says here, which no man can number, and of all nations and kindred and people and tongues stood before the throne
Give me your Acts.
and before the Lamb,
That's it.
clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power.
To our God. Now, who's the Most High of the Bible? Who's he the God of? All throughout the Bible it says, I'm the God of Israel, right? So that shows you right there. But they're going to be coming out of all these different areas, which is not typical for Israelites, because we're scattered.
That's right.
You see? So there are going to be some that look like this and come from here, some this, that. They might, when they first heard about it, like, I'm not an Israelite because I'm from here. But then they learn through the Spirit, and they gravitate through the Spirit, and they find out who they really are.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb.
Right. You got that? What I asked for this stuff? Okay, go ahead.
It's Acts 2 and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven.
So these are Israelites out of every nation under heaven. Go ahead.
And now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speaking in his own tongue.
Right, because they didn't even know the tongue of the Hebrew like that. They only knew their own tongue.
Right.
Right? A lot of them, they were raised there. They ate the food. You know, they kind of gravitated to the culture to a certain degree.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And they might have looked like that nation.
Right.
Right? Because what? Because of their mothers.
That's right. That's
What,
right.
what makes you an Israelite? The seed of your fathers. Right? But you could have a heathen mother and you're still an Israelite.
That's right.
But you could kind of look like that mother. You understand what I'm saying? Well, that's how people get mixed up amongst the nations. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak
Galileans.
Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born?
Right.
Parthians, and Medes, and Elamites,
Right.
and the dwellers of Mesopotamia.
These are all heathen nations. But they're calling themselves after those nations because that's where they're from. It's just like you're Canada, you call yourself a Canadian, right? Are we Canadian? Is there a nation in the Bible known as Canadian or Canaan? Well, no. All right. So at the end of the day, guess what? We're just that's a citizenship.
That's right.
Right?
If I may say real quick, Paul uses Roman citizenship when he was getting locked up, basically. You know? But what? In the scripture, he said he's of the tribe of Benjamin. Yep. Just to back up the point. That's right. Right?
It says, and in Judea and Cappadocia and in Pontus and Asia, Cyrenia and Pamphylia, in Egypt and in the parts of Libya and Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes.
That's it. All right. So they're coming out of all these different places, and that's back then. That's 2,000 plus years ago. How much more now after the transatlantic slave trade and different migrations? Huh? We're mixed up among all these nations. All right? And there's a whole lot of Israelites all throughout Africa, man. South included. Go ahead.
That's right. Isaiah 11 and 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord...
I think Doja Cat's from South Africa. Yeah, Doja Cat's South Africa. Huh?
Maybe she's in.
No, she's from South Africa. All right, she's from South Africa. So she's but ultimately she's what you call it? She's clearly an Israelite. You see that talent she got, man? She got to be the top rapper out right now, man. Female rapper I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Isaiah 11 and 11, and it shall come to pass in that day
And she's up there with me, like, you know what I mean? Like flow and all that. Go ahead.
that Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people,
Right.
who shall be left.
So when was the first time he recovered the remnant of his people? You know where that question is? When it was
First time he recovered the remnant of his
Oh,
people.
the first time he delivered his people, like grants,
The Old Testament or the New Testament?
Old Testament. You don't know, sir.
Probably because of it's time when the children of Israel sinned, and then he said, for the sake of David, your father, I'll
Before that, so that would be Egypt. Okay, remember, because that's when he became a nation in Egypt. So he delivered us out of Egypt and split, with Moses, he used Moses to split the sea. All right, and we walked through, and he brought all those plagues upon Egypt before that. So that was the great deliverance. And he made that very dramatic on purpose, right? To build up his name. Okay, he had all plagues, and them plagues with all warnings. So you better let him go. Boom, this plague. Better let him go. This plague. Water to blood, darkness. There's all kind of plagues that happen. That's not written about even in Genesis, but it's written about in the Apocrypha. Okay, go ahead. So that was the first time, brother. The second time is going to be now, and this time coming up, right? When this World War III pops, after this World War III, the Lord is coming in that time to deliver his people. And World War III, you see it getting ready to happen. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, reading on, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros.
So his people are all over these different places right now. Go ahead.
And from Cush, and from Elam,
Right.
and from Shinar,
Right.
and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Right. So that's what? That's the scattering of the Israelites after time, because the first deliverance, we're all basically in one place. Right? We're all in Egypt and getting delivered out of Egypt. So this time, now we're all around the world now. Right?
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Right. From the four corners of the earth all around. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 30, and it reads, And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son.
Why are they gonna mourn? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna answer your question. Give me 1 second. Why are they gonna mourn? Because he's coming to take them out of power. Okay, he's coming to set up the power of Israel. Right? The true Israelites. Right?
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
Right. So that's it. So that's showing the Israelites are going to be all over. Right. But you got what? You got the elect, which is the elect 144,000. That's going to be the government body. Okay, those men. All right. But then you also have the women, their children. All right, that's also going to be delivered, and other men that are, believers or whatever.
That's right.
Or who the Lord has mercy on. So that's it. All right. You guys have some precepts? Yes. Okay, let's get a couple of these precepts. I'm gonna read a couple precepts. I'm gonna answer your question. Right?
This is Jeremiah 16, and verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
So we're not going to you heard that? It's not going to be said that
my friend, pass.
The children out of Egypt. All right? Meaning that's going to be forgotten about. All right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 15, "But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north."
Right, because this deliverance that's going to come is going to outshadow that by 1,000, right? 1,000,000. What he's about to do in this time for deliverance, man. It's going to be completely different, man. See, that was a great deliverance. Everyone heard about it. Rahab was all nervous. I'm gonna help you because our people, all the people are scared because of what Yahweh did for you. So what Yahweh's gonna do for us now through His Son Yahweh Shah is gonna way outshadow that.
That's right. If I may add too, back then it was only word to mouth. Imagine how much more now when you have technology, you have your phone, everything that happens in like a major event that happens, you see World Star, TikTok, Instagram. So how much more when the Lord delivers us? Hey, it's gonna be broadcast throughout nationwide, right? You know. It says verse 15. "But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands."
The land of the north represents North America. Okay, specifically America, because America is Babylon the Great. Okay, now we're gonna be delivered from other places, but that's gonna be the main deliverance because that's where it's gonna be the greatest destruction. Because America is gonna be destroyed by nuclear missiles in World War III. That's prophesied. Okay, they're gonna do the Israelis. They don't do something stupid, and guess what? America's gonna follow them. That's all prophesied in the Bible, man. We've been talking about it. So this little skirmish has been happening. We knew that something like this was getting ready to happen. Something like this was getting ready to happen. Because it's prophesied. And it's going to lead to the destruction of America. And that place is going to be hit too.
Right. It says, "And from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave."
And he's going to bring us into our land. See the people fighting over our land now. Right? But they're not the people. Okay? We're the people, right?
That's right.
That went into slavery, that got their land destroyed. So-called Native Americans, they're our brothers from the tribe of Gad and Reuben, right? The so-called Latinos. You understand? Go ahead. The Lord is going to bring us all back to that land.
That's right.
Right? But first, that great Armageddon has to take place. Right?
Sure.
Go ahead. And they can't stop it. There's no peace treaty. There's no ceasefire is going to happen. They can't stop it. It might happen for a second, but it's going to build right back up.
Right.
Because the Lord wants that war, man. Right. The Lord is setting that up, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, "And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers."
Right, because He gave it unto our fathers. Go ahead. What you got? You got one more? Let me read one more. I'm going to answer his question. Go ahead.
It says here in Ezekiel 12 and 15, "And they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh when I shall scatter them among the nations and disperse them in the country."
Right. What's your question, bro?
That's what's up with the Israeli thing?
Well, this is the true Israelites according to the Bible. This is the tribes. And this is what they're being called now.
So you're saying the people of Palestine, it's not the right to stay in Palestine?
Say it again.
Are you saying the people of Palestine it's not the right to stay in Palestine?
Right. The people that are there, for the most part, none of them are Israelites.
No.
None of them are Israelites. Okay. For the most part, you gotta understand what I'm saying. The most part, you do have Israelites scattered amongst the
What about
Palestinians.
the Christian?
But for the most
What
part,
about the Christian Palestinians who are getting killed? Christian Palestinians are
but
getting
it's not
killed.
about being Christian. It's not about being Christian, bro. Listen to what
Are
I'm
you
saying.
guys Christian?
Listen to what I'm
That's
saying to
my
you.
good question.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Understand what I'm saying to you.
Relax.
Okay, the Israelites, the true Israelites by blood. Okay, the majority, they're not the Israelis either. The Jewish people, they're
I know.
not the Israelites
It
either.
doesn't say that. I know.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Quran it says the same thing. It's Israel's country. I know.
That's what, they're not the Israelites.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying?
They're occupiers. I know.
There we go. Boom. But guess what? The majority of the
Yeah.
Palestinians are not Israelites either.
And
You understand what I'm
what
saying?
are
They're Ishmaelites for the most part.
And who brought them there? Who brought them to the land?
They
Did you just-
entered the land themselves.
Was there?
They entered into the
was
land
there
themselves.
natives in the land?
Give me Ezekiel 36 and 5. I'm going to show you. Start at 1.
Was there natives in the land?
Natives?
Yeah.
Well, the natives are the Israelites, brother. What do you mean
And
with
did the
natives?
Palestinians come in and kill them? To take their country, was the empty land?
What does that have to do with it?
Nah, was
What
the
does that have
empty
to do with it? That
land?
has nothing to do with it. That doesn't
And
matter.
how do you know it's the?
But what's the point? The point is that land is going to be given to the Israelites by the Heavenly Father. That's it.
Who are they?
The Israelites are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're looking at the Israelites right here. Okay? And the so-called the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? The blacks, when I mean the ones that went into the transatlantic slave trade, those are Israelites. That was all prophesied in the
Were
Bible.
Egyptians included the transatlantic slave trade?
The Egyptians?
Yeah.
Were they part of it?
Yeah.
What do you mean? If they went into the transatlantic?
Yeah.
No. No, those were only Israelites. Only Israelites. So the west coast of Africa, you had certain Israelites that were ruling in Spain, Portugal, the
You guys
wars.
are Israelites.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not Christian.
I mean, you could, we are the original Christians, if you will, the real Christians. But we don't call ourselves that. Because in the Bible, we never call ourselves Christians. Okay, that was called to us by the Greeks. You understand? So at the end of the day, that's just right now it's just a religion. And the Christianity is false right now. Yeah. They're false. They just finished celebrating Christmas, man. Yeah. Which is a pagan holiday. You see what I'm saying?
You guys follow Isa?
Easter?
Isa.
Isa.
Well,
that's how they call
Well, we don't call him that name. That's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shah, right? So that's very important. They call him Jesus or Jesus. You gotta call him the right name. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we follow the Savior, which is the Son of the Most High. Absolutely.
So you're saying that it's not their land. Palestinians are getting killed now.
It's the Israelites.
It's not their land.
It's the Israelites. No, it's
Where
the
are the
Israelites.
Israelites?
I just told you, we are the Israelites, and we're scattered around, and we're also scattered around other nations as well.
So
That's why I said most of them are not.
So the Palestinians that are getting killed are just defending something that they believe is their land, but it's not their land.
Exactly.
So it's not their right. So it's okay to get.
No, it's none of their rights. It's not their right, their land either. You understand what I'm saying? So it's neither side's land.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So it doesn't make, I'm not, that's the bottom line. So like you said it right.
How many generations ago were the Israelites in Israel?
Salaki, give me a second. Read that piece. Salaki.
This is Ezekiel 36. I'm going to start on verse 1.
I'm going to show you. You got to start on 1, yeah?
It says, Also thou son of man, prophesy to the mountains of Israel, and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord.
Yep.
Thus said the Lord power, because the enemy hath set against you. Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Meaning what? When we're taken out of the land, the other nations, which are our enemies, have said what? We're going to take the land now. You understand that? Read it again.
Verse 2, it says, Thus said the Lord power, because the enemy hath set against you. Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Right. The land of Palestine, the land of Israel. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, Therefore prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you
Because they were
up.
all part, all of these nations, the Ishmaelite nation that you're from, the nation that the Edomites are
I'm
from. All the, whatever, if you're an Ishmaelite, I believe you might be an Ishmaelite.
Where is an Ishmael from?
Ishmael would be the so-called Arabs for the most part. They come from Ishmael. You know Muhammad? He was an Ishmaelite. He's from the descendants of Ishmael.
I'm an Egyptian.
Well, Abraham's.
I'm Egyptian. I'm a pharaoh.
You're from
My
Egypt.
civilization is 4,000.
I thought you said you were Palestinian.
My civilization was 4,000 years old.
I thought you said you were
half
Palestinian.
Half Palestinian, half Egyptian.
Okay,
I have an Egyptian
hold on,
passport.
stop.
I have an Egyptian passport.
Hold on. What is your father? It's about your father, not about passport. What's your father?
He's Egyptian.
He's Egyptian. Okay, so that
My
was
grandfather is Egyptian. My great grandfather is Egyptian.
okay. So
my
I thought.
great-great-grandfather is
Okay,
Egyptian.
cool. But regardless though, the Egyptians, the ones that are there now, you know when they got there, right?
But
When the Greeks came into power. The majority of those people were transplanted by the time of the Greeks. You understand? Those are Arabs over there. And when you look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs, they're super dark. They look like this one. Okay? Because the Sudanese right now, those are really the Egyptians.
Do you know where Sudan is on the map? Right?
I know exactly where it is.
It's right there. It's right there.
I know. No, but because they were pushed down there, right?
Yeah.
But based
By
upon,
who?
but based upon,
Muhammad Ali, right? You said the Greeks. Yeah, which is who? Which is who? Muhammad Ali. He is the great Egyptian, the great Greek conqueror.
Oh, okay. Listen. I don't know exactly the name of the guy, but I know for a fact though that those people that are in that land now are not descendants of those ancient Egyptians. Because the ancient Egyptians were Hamites.
Dark skin.
Okay? They were dark skinned. You see in the hieroglyphs.
I'm not
And they were
talking
super
about.
tall.
Yeah, I got some dark skin.
Yeah, okay. But you, okay, well, you got, you know, like most of them are not tall like you, bro. You're not average, bro. If you go to a Manuk Bo, you know Manuk Bo?
Yo, brother.
You know Manuk Bo? You know Bo and Manuk Bo? You know how fucking tall they are, bro? You will be at their balls. Their balls will be at that's how tall they are, bro.
But when you talk about the Egyptians, you have Nubians. They're black and they're tall.
Okay, well, listen. I'm not saying every. Listen, you might have a couple people. You might have a couple remnants of the actual Egyptians there, but for the most part, it's not. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but hold on. Give me a second.
I'll go.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, read that. Verse 3. It says, "Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side." Go ahead. And swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. Go ahead, man. So I can read it. Verse 3, it says, "Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side." Right, so like I said, his nation was part of that too. Them Ishmaelites, them Hamites, they were part of getting us sold. Who do you think was a lot of the people that were selling those Israelites, man? You had sellout Israelites, but then you had them Hamites that was behind that, man. Right. The Edomites was coming to the Hamites because they understood that, you know, oh, these are the Israelites. We need the Israelites. That's right. Okay? Because we were, them Hamites around us hated us. Yeah. Okay? Just like they do today. Them Ethiopians don't like you, man. Yeah. They don't like them other Nigerians, man. Them Ethiopians don't like them Nigerians. They don't like them. You know? I remember seeing a program where Ethiopia said, or they were talking to a bunch of Edomites, why you racist right here? And then the Ethiopian said, I'm racist too. I don't like Nigerians. Right? Because they understand we're different. Right? Go ahead, man. It says, "And swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people." Right. "Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy." So it said it became a prey, meaning what? They took it into their possession. All right, that's what it means. It was a prey. Okay, because when you see a prey, you see a tiger that's looking at a gazelle or whatever, it's looking to take it into its possession. That's what they looked at the land for. They said, oh, they're out of there? Oh, they're enslaved? Oh, they're cast out? I'm a Palestinian.
I lie.
I'm a Palestinian. They put a flag. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happened. For thousands of years. I'm Israeli. I'm coming on the boats. We're coming. You know? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it went. So now they're trying to show us like, no. Well, we're there. Do we have not a right to be? No. The ones who have the right are the Israelites. You don't have a right in that land. You have no right in that land. You can only be in that land up until your house shot comes back. When your house comes back, all y'all are out of that land. And there's no negotiation.
That's right.
So like, he was trying to justify the fact that the Israelites, the original Israelites, weren't in the land when he took it. But the thing is, that's an inheritance that was given unto us by the Lord. And when the Lord comes and gathers us, He's going to bring us back to the land. Because that land belongs to us as a birthright, as an inheritance. So it's not because we weren't there at the time that you can take it as a possession. That's our house. We go on a vacation. We go on a vacation.
Right.
You know, we go on a vacation for a month, 2 months, and then we come back to someone in their house. That doesn't matter if we weren't there. That's still our house. You know?
What's that story with the bears in the porch?
Oh yeah.
What's the Goldilocks? The bears in the porch. They left the porch and she's there eating the porch.
Come on.
In the house.
After all.
Right? So you can't do that. Right? You can't do that. But you know, that's called, they know that too. They know the land was given to us, but it's just cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
They're trying to deny. They're trying to find loopholes.
He knows, he
right?
knows.
It says, verse 5, therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumeum.
Against the residue of the heathen, meaning the other nations, and Idumea. Now who's Idumea? The Edomites, the so-called white people. They are Idumea for the most part. Okay? Because them Amalekites there, them small hat people there that they're fighting against are Idumeans, are Edomites. Okay? They're shooting them down and say, oh, there's a right for them to shoot. Those are Idumeans. The Edomites, we got nothing to do with that. The Edomites do. They've been bloodthirsty. Yeah. The Edomites gonna do what they do. Welcome to the club. You understand what I'm saying to you? Oh, what did they do in South Africa? The Idumeans did that. It's apartheid. Okay? The Idumeans came in there, so this is my land now. All right? You get over there.
You got a nice watch over
Okay?
Yo.
Go ahead. Yeah, let me hold that. Go ahead.
It says, and against all
Read that again. Read that again.
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. It says, therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire
And
of
he's an Ishmaelite. I said I got it right. I got it right in the spirit because you see the pride of him. He had an Ishmaelite. See? There's people that look like that are actually Israelites. But I counted in the spirit he was Ishmaelite. What is this? Yeah, but that's Ishmael. The scriptures say Ishmael would be a wild man.
verse 5, it says, therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumeum, which have appointed my land into their possession.
And it said all Idumeum. Oh, it's just certain ones. No. It said all Idumeum. The Lord can judge a whole nation, and he's going to judge nations.
Right? It says, and against all Idumeum, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it off for
About
bread.
celebration you got there? No. Okay. Well, they appointed them, meaning they took the land with the joy of all their heart. They were happy to still take that land. See, even before World War II, they were already bringing people in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The process called the Aliyah.
Right. It's pronounced like
Yep. Where they were constantly flowing so-called Jews into the land of Israel.
Right.
You know, it was a gradual process.
And the first place they were going to do it was Uganda. The first place they were actually going to do it was Uganda. But Idi Amin rejected it. He said, nah, we don't want that. Okay, but then the Palestinians came and they came, the way the devil comes. Just they're coming for a short stay, there's been a couple of hours, a couple of us. And what did the devil do? The devil pulled out the rifle. Right? No, don't take this part too. No, take that one too. That's mine. Right? But how do we look at it as Israelites? We don't give a damn. That's our land. That belongs to us.
Zion.
And the thing is, they want you to pick a side. Like you got to.
Right.
I don't have that.
What about them that are dying?
What that got to do with me? Huh? What that has to do with me? Where were you fighting for me?
Yeah.
Hey, they don't fight for you.
What about
They don't
the
give a shit
Israelites?
about you. Matter of fact, they got some of you in slavery right now.
That's right.
They don't give a damn about you, man. Go ahead, what you got?
Real quick, it's about Zionism. It says Zionism is a nationalist movement that emerged in the 19th century to enable the establishment of a homeland for the Jewish people in Palestine.
That's it. And we're speaking in code because they own the YouTube, okay? Those same people own YouTube. Go ahead.
That's right. So like the brother said, it started even before the First World War. In the 1800s, they had plans to acquire the land of Israel.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and verse 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed, so that that skippeth from city to city. So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him?
Right, so you can't trust somebody who's a thief, and these Edomites are known to be thieves. Everywhere they went, they stole. Did they not? Right? Australia, how are those Aboriginals doing over there? They're catching hell in Australia. I looked at them documentaries, because they don't have the same fighting spirit the Israelites have. Those are Japhetic. Yeah, they have afros and all that. They look like, some of them look like Negroes, but they're not our people. They're Japhetic. Yeah. They don't have that same spirit of Jake. The way they're treating them over there is harsh. Okay, they're acting like it's Jim Crow over there right now. You understand? I was looking at a documentary. You got them living in places without a bathroom in it, without a kitchen. It's living in literally like a box. And then they asked the Edomites, how do you feel about how the treatment of them not getting any health care? So what? They don't want to work? But that's their land, man. You see how that operates, man? But that's the devil. They want to this land. How do they get Canada? Why is all these buildings out here like this? Why is this a concrete jungle right now? Because they done stole it, man. Right. America, the same thing, man. All right? Go ahead, man. Let's sit on that. Sit on that? What you guys about?
Lamentation 5 and 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Hold on, brother. Read that.
This is the book of John 10 and 10. It reads, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Right, so when them Edomites came into that place and did what they did to them, that's what the thief does. Yeah. He makes up an excuse, he demonizes and he kills and he takes. It's the same game. Right? Right? There ain't nothing new for us. We seen how the devil operates. Right. But we know you other nations are enemies too. Yeah. So let the enemy cancel himself out. Right. Go ahead, man.
I am come.
You got your enemy warring against your other enemy. Are you going to step in? Oh, guys, this ain't right. You let him do what you got to do. Okay? Do what you got to do. Go ahead.
I am come that they might have life.
Oh, what's your opinion on that? I don't have an opinion. No, I'm thinking about the cheeseburger I'm going to eat later. I'm trying to fight the spirit. No, I'm trying to fight the spirit.
It says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
Go ahead, man. We try to keep our diet in check, but them spirits, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Job 24, verse 2 in the NLT.
I gotta get the smoothie maker, but when I get that smoothie, I know the spirits gonna descend on me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. God's funny. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
This is Job 24, verse 2 in the NLT. It says, evil people steal land by moving the boundary markers.
Man, hold on. Did they not do that? Did they not do it to the Native Americans? They moved the boundary markers and they celebrate that. They got Christopher Columbus Day, and that dude was a demon. If you made a movie about the devil, he should play it. Go ahead.
It says they steal livestock.
I mean, in his own autobiography, man, he said, "Oh, these people are so nice and kind. They brought me gold. They want to share with me. They want to share food with me. They nursed us back to health."
Right.
We can kill them. Slave them. That's what he wrote in his autobiography. Is that a guy that you should have a day for to celebrate? Huh? Do you celebrate a man like that? But this show you how wicked this society is, man. Yeah. And how wicked these people are. But then you say something about it. Oh, come on. Get over it. Oh, come on. Go ahead.
It says evil people steal land by moving the boundary markers.
Moving the boundary markers means, oh no, see, this is your land. Now we got a reservation for you. Right. And see, that's called moving the boundary markers, man. That's right.
Even as far as Mexico used to be bigger than it is right now.
That's against the law of the Most High, because really, who gave who what land? The Most High gave all these nations their own land. So to move boundaries of another nation's land is wickedness. Okay? Esau, see, it's not like other nations never did it, but Esau does it. He didn't been wicked, but Esau does it to an extreme. They draw wickedness out to a whole. They stole the continents, brother. They did it to an extreme. They brought wickedness to the extreme. Go ahead, read that again, please.
It says,
We gotta read that again. This has to be read maybe 2 more times.
Job 24 and verse 2 in the NLT, evil people steal land by moving the boundary
So it
markers.
says evil people do what?
Steal land by moving the boundary markers.
Right. So when we call them out on wickedness, they get offended. But the Bible says that. Go ahead.
They steal livestock and put them in their own pastures.
Yep.
They take the orphan's donkey and demand the widow's ox as a security for a loan. Damn.
That's called usury, man. Some extreme usury. And that's how they run the society. That's why why do you think these banks make money? They don't have the money that they lend out. This is called fractional reserve banking, man. That's fraud. That's straight up fraud. But then they'll arrest somebody for fraud. You know what I'm saying? They'll arrest you. You do some fraud. Oh, no. 50 years. You see, but that's why this is known as the tabernacle of the hypocrites. These devils are hypocrites, man. Oh, they'll arrest the drug dealer, but let's not even get into that. They run the drug trade, man. They run that. They put the drugs in the neighborhoods, man. Go ahead, man.
It said they take the orphan's donkey.
See, we gotta be delivered from this man. We gotta get delivered from him. That's right. Go ahead, man.
They take the orphan's donkey and demand the widow's ox as a security for a loan. The poor are pushed off the path. The needy must hide together for safety.
Right, because what you're in, there's capitalism and then there's predatory capitalism. What we're in right now is predatory capitalism, man. Where they prey on the poor, they prey on the ones that don't have. Right? That's why they can manipulate legislation to benefit their corporations. But the small business gets screwed over. You understand what I'm saying? How did the Rothschilds get their wealth? The Rockefellers, rather. Through them little, you see how people have their little shops on the corner?
Yeah, yeah.
And they sell fruits and they sell little items. That's how the Rockefellers got rich. And that's how that's how Macy's became a store too. Right? Was through that. That's a way to get up.
Yeah.
What did they do? No, now you need a license. It's illegal. You need a license. They charge you up the wazoo for that. There's certain regulations. Now so what are they doing? They're trying to restrict you from getting up. Although that's how they got up. You see the wickedness? You should understand, right? If you got up that way, so I understand what he's doing because that's how I came up.
Right.
No, I'm going to restrict that. There's one of the Rothschilds, he made a statement. I forgot what Rothschild was. He said competition is a sin. What does he mean by that? Competition is a sin. That means he's trying to get rid of all the competition. That's why right now, for the majority of what you have is really an illusion of choice. Because it all goes back to the same organizations. BlackRock, what's the other one? BlackRock, the big corporations that run everything. But anyways, I know BlackRock is one. I forgot the other one's name. I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, there's a few corporations that run everything, right? But they're trying to make it even more like that in the New World Order. When they set up everything, they're trying to set it up where they won't own everything. It's just certain little options you got to go to grocery stores, with different cars. They want the cars to be the same. Right. The clothing come from the same manufacturer. Same people. Because they want a monopoly on everything, and that's why Carl Schwab said, "What? You will own nothing and be happy." Okay.
Charles Schwab, Northern Trust,
Well, read it to the camera.
yeah, so some of the corporations, BlackRock, Charles Schwab, Northern Trust, it says Fidelity Investments, State Street, Vanguard,
that was the other one I was speaking of. Yep.
Berkshire Hathaway, Edward Jones.
Well, does it say some of the things they own? Does it say some of the stores they own? Just BlackRock alone, you'd be like, damn, they own everything. Okay? But that's how it is. Okay? Because they set up, there's something called, what do you call that, lobbying, where they bribe these politicians into doing what they, doing their will. You know?
To set up laws that are going to benefit them.
Right, like the prison industrial complex. They privatized the prisons, right? And they were making money off of the prisons. right? And what do? They set up gangster rap music.
Right.
You wanna know why gangster rap music is set up among you jigs? It's a filtration into the jail system. Consumerism.
Fancy lifestyle.
Yep.
It shows your tax.
It shows their tax. It's okay, no problem. Let's get the precept. You got a precept? Yeah.
Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Right.
and that write grievousness which they have
Woe
prescribed.
to them that woe means destruction unto them that what that decree unrighteous decrees. And all the decrees that they declare in this place is unrighteous. Okay? Go ahead.
To turn aside the needy from judgment,
Right.
and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Meaning the vulnerable. In other words, they take from the vulnerable. You know, they set up these legislations to benefit them and to go against the vulnerable.
That's an attribute of the wicked, Amalek. That's what they do. Back when we were coming out of Egypt, they went and they attacked the back of our people. The people that were in the back, because there was the young ones, the women, and the elderly. Instead of going at being men, you know, and going and attack the men, they went and attacked those that were vulnerable, just as they're doing today.
Well, they did that with the Native Americans too, showing you it's the same people. Because they have no honor, right? They waited till the men went out to war and they killed their women and children, so they had nothing to fight for. When they came back.
Say, the whole Matthew 6.
You know what?
So because the men and the women and the children, there's going to be a shortage of women
Population.
easy to now mix the
That's how the devil operates. He thinks deep. You know, he thinks deep in wickedness on the left hand side.
Job 24 and verse 7, they cause the naked to lodge without clothing, that they have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains and embrace the rock for want of shelter. They pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor. They cause them to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheep from the hungry.
So let me show you, man. The way this system is set up, man. There's really it's a terrible lifestyle that people are living.
Right.
Okay. People, even the people you think that are living good, they're so-called upper middle class.
Right.
They don't own their house. They're paying on their house. You know, most of the time they don't own the cars. You know, you understand? They gotta pay down on these cars. They gotta take loans to get things that should be that's necessities in the society, man. Cell phones. You gotta take you gotta make payments on the cell phones. Man. Okay? Why? Because they want to keep you in a perpetual rat race, man. You know? What you got, bro? Okay, what you got? This is Revelation 13. Revelation 13. Go ahead, bring it up.
This is the book of Psalms 50, verse 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue from it deceit."
Right. They'll give it that right. So everything they do is push forth deceit. And they'll try to paint it to you like it's good, but it's really, oh, give me that, the enemy speak is sweet with your lips. They'll tell you it's good for you, but really in the back end, it's really not good for you. Right? Like the juice. I hope you didn't take that juice. You take that, and if you did, don't take it again. You did, all right? Avoid it, all right?
2:15.
So maybe the Lord will have mercy on you now, but you know what I'm saying? Don't play with the Lord. You know what I'm saying, brother? Okay? Did you take it?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, so
I was working today.
but that's the thing. You have to have faith. Okay? That's what the Lord is trying to teach us with all these things that's going on. It's the trust in Him. Even when it seems like it's not, there's no way out. That was the whole thing in Egypt. Okay? Why Israel was complaining, oh, what are we going to do? How are we going to eat? We're going to Didn't I just split the Red Sea for you? Didn't I just give you this and that? Right? Now, what do you cause manna to come from heaven? Then they were still complaining. Send the quails from it. Showing you that even in the wilderness where there's no, seems like there's no light, if you trust in Yahweh by Shah, He'll deliver you. That's right. But if you trust in Egypt, if you trust in the devil, if you trust in that, it's going to go bad.
That's right.
Go ahead.
2:15.
Shit. Oh, wow. Man, so like it, brother. They say when people come up, that's why I like when people come up because, you know, you start the time and it's just quick. But anyways, we're going to get the last scriptures. Go ahead. That's crazy. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12 in verse 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee in the pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
So that's it. So their whole MO, man, these elites, these Edomites, they're enemies to us, the Israelites, okay? And really all the people, but mainly us as Israelites, okay? So their whole thing is to put you in the pit, right? Just like what was that? They had the Tuskegee experiment. They were trying to act like they were going to help the black men down south, right? And it was funded, all right? Right? But that's how the enemy always operates. He's always going to come like, oh, with a suit, and he's going to build your confidence. That's where you get the word con man from. What is a con man's job? What does the con man mean? Confidence. You got to get your confidence, right? And that's how they're going to do it. But then they're going to get it, act like it's something good. It's always going to be in the bad. But it's not like that with the Lord. It's not like that with Yahweh nor his son Yahweh Shah. That's why when we leave here, brother, the main thing you need to remember is the name Yahweh and the name Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
Right.
So is Pharaoh.
Right. You're trusting in Egypt, meaning you're trusting in, it doesn't mean necessarily ancient Egypt, you're trusting in this government. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
so is modern day Egypt is really America. Go ahead.
It says, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh.
If you lean on it, you're going to get hurt. Go ahead.
So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
That's it. Okay? And Esau, Edom is the worst Pharaoh there is. The Edomites. Okay? This is our top enemy. Yes or no?
Yep. Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had life, so like he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free
This is important. Listen.
And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark.
That mark is coming. The mark of the beast. That's coming. All right? You know what the mark of the beast is?
Well, they say they're going to put something on our foreheads or on our hands.
You know what it is specifically?
Like a chip or anything.
Microchip. That's exactly what it is. Okay, and
it's going to be worldwide, though.
It's going to be worldwide. It's going to be worldwide. And that juice thing was just a prelude.
Yeah.
Okay, and the same way they brought that out was the same way they're going to bring that, but they're going to go harder with that.
That's right.
So you got to have faith.
That's right.
It's time to learn faith. The Lord brought you here to give you another chance to learn faith. Okay? Go ahead.
Real quick, Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee.
And the word patience means to suffer. Because the waiting is a suffering period. But when you have that hope, you know that the Lord is coming is going to help.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
That's the hour of temptation when they bring that microchip out. They say everyone got to take it. They're going to start with, it's not mandatory. It's like a mask. Remember, that's not mandatory. But we suggest. And then it's going to be not. You got to take this, man.
That's right.
What do you have to hide?
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of this.
Right. Demonization.
Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world.
It's going to go, like you said, all the world. Go ahead.
To try them that dwell upon the earth.
And it's going to try them. It's going to test them. What does the word try mean? It means to test. That's a test, man. Who's going to test for? The Israelites. Okay? Go ahead. Because the other nations, they don't have a chance anyway. They're not Israelites. This is a test for the Israelites. They know when they're going on, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Going back to Revelation 13 and 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right, so you're not going to be able to buy and sell. Showing you it's tied to what? The financial system. Okay? So what are they building right now? Digital system. That's why they got these Amazon Freshes they're putting out now. It's gradualism, man. The devil's going, it's just for convenience.
Right.
I mean, that's just for
convenience. Guys, just for convenience. All right. Right? You just put your palm there. They're getting something called desensitization. Right? They're getting you conditioned to that.
Right.
And then before you know, oh, now I just had the chip, so now everything is in place.
Right.
Why have a license when you can have a chip?
Right.
What about your kids? All these missing kids. You seen the movie Sound of Freedom? All these missing kids. Right. Like they care about the kids. While they're sacrificing kids in their rituals, man. Right. Behind closed doors, man. They don't give a damn about children, man. All right? But that it's all about the gaining your confidence.
Right.
Giving you that sweet stuff, man. Right? Which is really poison.
The self-checkouts, you know, those are getting you conditioned on, like for you to depend on technology. You know, trusting the technology slowly.
That's right. Cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, smart TV. The cell phone. Everybody has a phone now.
Right.
They're giving out phone.
They're going to completely, a lot of places going to completely reject cash.
Right.
And they tried to do that with that whole C9T thing, you know, more and more, you know, but hey, that's where they're trying to get to because they're trying to go into that complete digital system so that they can bring in that microchip.
Right.
See, we see what the devil's doing. Because the scripture said we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. You got a precept?
Yeah, never trust thine enemy.
Okay, go ahead, read out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, so these are enemies, okay? So just as iron rusted, iron is always going to rust, okay? So is his wickedness always going to come forth.
Right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Right.
And thou shalt be unto
Oh,
him.
the CO2, you want to get zero emissions by 2020, 30, you know? Because you care about the planet, right? But then all these people that come up with inventions to make cars run off water, they end up dead.
Yeah. Yo.
Why don't you take what they were offering and build something so people can have free energy and it doesn't hurt the planet? They don't give a damn about the planet, man. They care about profit and control. Period. Always. Alright? Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
So, alright, so with this, finish that last verse.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
So that's it on that. That's it on that. So with that, we're going to close up. We're going to give all praises going on.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kodash.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you brothers out there pushing this word out. The truth is sincerity. All right, Shema,
Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahaynawa, Yahweh, Ghud. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahaynawa, Yahweh, Ghud. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahaynawa, Yahweh, Ghud. Abba Ba, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Damn, I almost went to 2:30, brother. I said, nah, I ain't doing it all. Came late, brother. We